You guys, Russia this morning had a big quake, 7.2, in some place called Yelizovo Russia. So I'm going to give a little earthquake report the last 24 hours, but look at how spooky this is. Here, can you see right here? There's the 7.2 quake from Russia this morning. One last week, I don't even think it was a week ago, there's Alaska right here where it had that 7.1. See how close they are. And this Alaska town has had hundreds, if not 1,000 aftershocks. So anyways, let me tell you this why it's spooky. And it's obvious I have a fascination with earthquakes growing up in Southern California. So let me share this with you. My setting is a 24-hour setting to show the latest earthquakes every 24 hours, and the setting is magnitude 2.5 or greater worldwide. Well, here's the spooky part. Usually, say, like this says there's 43 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. That's kind of high. Usually there's 25 to 30 earthquakes, with a lot of the earthquakes 2.5, 2.6, a lot of them in the 2s. Lately, recently, hardly any of them are in the 2s. The majority of these 43 earthquakes are in the 3 points and above. There's hardly any in the 2s. And that's happened a couple of different times, so I want to share that with you. So, 24 hours ago, it starts off with 3.4 California, 2.7 Anchor Point, Alaska. That's the town that had the giant Alaskan quake. They've had so many aftershocks, I've lost track. Excuse me. Okay, let me start again. 3.4 Ferndale, California. 2.7 Anchor Point, Alaska. 4.6 Marizo Village, Guam. 2.5 Anchor Point, Alaska. 2.5 Anchor Point, Alaska. 5.2 Betong, Indonesia. 3.4 Fairview, Oklahoma. 3.1 San Antonio, Puerto Rico. 4.9 Sola, Vanuatu. 5.3 Ovale, Chile. 3.3 Fairview, Oklahoma. 3.1 Helena, Oklahoma. 2.6 and 3.5 out of Fairview, Oklahoma. 2.5 Medford, Oklahoma. 2.6 Anchor Point, Alaska. 2.9 Utah, Aber, Utah. 2.6 Rincon, Puerto Rico. 5.1 Elato, Micronesia. 5.3 the Kuril Islands. 4.6 L'Esperance Rock, New Zealand. 5.0 Ferndale, California. 4.9 Ferndale, California. 2.8 Oklahoma. 2.8 Hawthorne, Nevada. 4.8 Lambasa, Fiji. 4.9 Little Sitkin Island, Alaska. 7.2 Yelizovo Russia. 2.8 Cordova, Alaska. 3.0 Sterling, Alaska. 5.1 here's an aftershock, Yelizovo Russia. 3.7 King Salmon, Alaska. 4.5 Lexula, Indonesia. 4.6 Ainaro, East Timor, 4-0 Anchor Point, Alaska. Here's another aftershock from 4-5 Yelizovo Russia, 3-4 the Valley and Gila, 4-3 Iquique, Chile, 4-6 and Anaro, East Timor, 4-2 Coquimbo, Chile, 2-6 Roadtown, British Virgin Islands, 4-6 Lexula, Indonesia, 5-0 Larange, Papua New Guinea. And the other spooky part is Chile has a few on here, and supposedly the biggest earthquake ever recorded in the world was somewhere in Chile, Valdivia. They call it the Valdivia earthquake, 9 point something. That's really interesting to read. If I have time, I could read that. Where is my... So anyways, that's going on today, with the earthquakes. And then yesterday, right, did you see the two big ones in California? The spooky part about that, it was a 5-0 and a 4-9 out of Ferndale, California. That's in the ocean. So that's kind of spooky for it causes tsunami. Let me see if I can find, I think it's called the Valdivia Quake, Chile. We can read about it. 1960. Isn't that crazy? In 1960, on May 22nd, this is the biggest earthquake ever recorded. The 1960 Valdivia earthquake, also known as the Great Chilean Earthquake of Sunday, May 22nd, 1960, was the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, rating a 9.5 on the moment magnitude scale. I don't know, I have heard of the Richter scale. I don't know what the moment magnitude scale is. It occurred in the afternoon, 3:11 local time in Chile, and lasted approximately 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? The resulting tsunami affected Chile, Hawaii, Japan, the Philippines, and eastern New Zealand, southeast Australia, and the Aleutian Islands. The epicenter was near Lumaco, which is approximately 570 kilometers south of Santiago, Chile, with Valdivia being the most affected city. The tremor caused localized tsunamis that severely battered the Chilean coast, with waves up to 82 feet. The main tsunami raced across the Pacific Ocean and devastated Hilo, Hawaii. Waves as high as 35 feet were recorded 10,000 kilometers from the epicenter and as far away as Japan and the Philippines. The death toll and monetary losses arising from such a widespread disaster are not certain. Various estimates on the total number of fatalities from the earthquake and tsunamis have been published, with the United States Geological Survey citing studies with figures of 2,200 or 3,000 or 5,700 killed, and another source using an estimate of 6,000 dead. Different sources have estimated the monetary cost at the time ranged from $400 to $800 million, or what's equivalent of $3.2 billion to $6.4 billion in today's adjustment. Can you believe that? Magnitude 9.5 with a depth of 33 kilometers. They say it lasted 11 to 13 minutes. I can't believe that. That is crazy. Tsunami, landslides, and they had aftershocks, and they had foreshocks. They had 2 foreshocks, one at 8.6 and another one at 8.1. That is crazy. The 1960 Chilean earthquakes were a sequence of strong earthquakes that affected Chile between May 21st and June 6th, 1960. The first was 8.1. But then the strongest was the 9.5 Valdivia earthquake. Hundreds of people were already reported dead by the time the tsunami struck. Let me read up. The Valdivia quake occurred at 3:11. And affected coastal villages such as Tolton. At Corral, the main port of Valdivia, the water level rose 13 feet before it began to recede. A wave of 26 feet struck the Chilean coast, mainly between Conception and Chiloé. Another wave measuring 33 feet was reported 10 minutes later. Hundreds of people were already reported dead by the time the tsunami struck. One ship, the Canelos, starting at the mouth of the Valdivia River, sank after being moved almost a mile backward and forward in the river, its mass still visible from the road. A number of Spanish colonial fortifications were completely destroyed. Soil destroyed buildings, deepened local rivers, and created wetlands in places like Rio Cruces and Chorocomayo, and a new aquatic park north of the city. Extensive areas of the city were flooded. The electricity and water systems were totally destroyed. Witnesses reported underground water flowing up through the soil. Despite the heavy rains the next day on May 21st, the city was without a water supply. The river turned brown with sediment from landslides, and it was full of floating debris, including entire houses. The lack of potable water became a serious problem in one of Chile's most rainiest regions. Wow. Well, there were landslides, tsunamis. This article goes on and on and on. So I'll post the link below. And then Cordon Collier eruption. There was an eruption on May 24th.